chaka, ooga chaka, cold cuts. Oh man,
Cold
we
cuts,
got the
baby.
boys. We got the boys, yo.
Hell
we
yeah.
we have our first official sponsor, Keith.
Look at
They
that.
support
Let's go.
everything said on this podcast.
Fully endorsed by the
Fully
company.
endorsed, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Let me
shit.
crack this out, but I
Yeah,
already know
crack
this
it
is
up.
gonna
Keep it
make
open.
me fucking. I got these and I was told like, yeah, it's not that strong. You'll be okay. And I've had
Pen's
like
pretty chill.
the last time I had like 2 sips of it, and I was just like, dude, where the fuck
Yo.
am I? Like freaking out.
Dude,
So yeah, if I
it's
get a little loopy, forgive me.
Let's go.
I will give it a shout out to that one in particular. So that's a new flavor called Mr. Puffer.
Mr. Poofer.
Mr. Poofer. They
Hell
they
yeah.
were struggling for the name for like a long time, and I was just like, "What? This is like a layup, dog. Like Mr. Puffer or Dr. Puffer.
They
Like."
should have done Doctor. Yeah.
But-
what the
so
hell?
we
Yeah.
were gonna they liked the Dr. Puffer, but then they were afraid of getting like a C and D
Yeah.
or whatever. So they went halfway in between like Dr. Puffer or Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb. So that's where
Yeah.
we've ended up with Mr. Puffer. But I like it, dude.
What came first, Dr.
Interesting.
Pepper or Mr. Pibb?
I think I actually looked this up the other day. I can't remember. I want to say it was Dr. Pepper though.
Okay, word. It's
Yeah.
so I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know why everyone who copies they have to like do the same name. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like a weird
Yeah.
spin-off. It's like, dude, just come up with your own fucking name or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so it's like the instant connections there. Like, have you ever guys ever been to those restaurants that don't have like a full liquor license? So they use orange wine or like sake or soju to make their cocktails. Orange wine is like is not like made from oranges or whatever. It's just like a lower alcohol thing, but it's a brewed product and it can get up to like 23%.
Yeah.
So places that only have a beer and wine license can use this stuff. But because of the laws, you're not allowed to say like this is fake vodka or whatever. So it's just a bottle that like really, really looks like a Stoli bottle. And then a whiskey bottle that like really, really looks like a Jack Daniels bottle, but it can't make any reference to what it's faking or anything like that.
That's
it's
crazy.
hell, man.
I just tried soju for the first time like this year. I think I forget why it came up or why I heard of it for the first time, but it felt like I couldn't find it anywhere, and now all of a sudden, I don't know if it was like Squid Game wheeled it in or something, but it's like everywhere. Like,
So,
now I see
Dude,
it.
you've never had it?
Well, I now I have. Now
I
I've
thought
had
you've
it, like, a good
been
amount.
so Jew since you were born.
Oh,
Hey, man, baba boo, baba booby,
well, we can end
baba
the podcast. Thanks everybody for
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out.
That's yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, if anyone needs a reason, if for some reason you have a sick fantasy about who I am and like really wanting to be my friend, AJ is living proof that if you join the Patreon, you can become one of my best friends.
There you go. Yeah. It's
Hell
you
yeah.
take it from Parasocial. I've actually never bothered to learn what the real life version of Parasocial is because who needs it when you've got podcast friends?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. Exactly.
Whatever
Yeah.
the opposite. Yeah. I guess we didn't say too. Hello, Cold Cuts audience. My name's AJ.
Oh yeah, this is AJ.
Yep, I'm
Friend
a
of the pod.
friend of the pod.
And
Long time, first time.
and also
right.
an internet troll.
A little bit of a
internet troll.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we were
What's
talking
the
about it a little
story?
bit more, but why don't you cue Harris in?
Yeah.
your
I mean, it's
trolling.
kind of. Yeah. Well, I'll keep a little lead in because it's in general like my ethos on the internet. It's supposed to be a good time, right? And I actually, for as long as I've been on the internet, I've really never like done any content or anything, or at least, this was previous. And then like one day I'm just sitting around stoned and in my house, this is like 2015, 2016, right when like Trump was ratcheting things up and
Based
Uh,
alert.
Confederate.
Oh, God.
This was when Amazon and eBay and like Walmart.com pulled all the Confederate flag shit off of their
What?
websites. Yeah. So you used to be able to buy this shit, like, just Confederate flag memorabilia, and like all major online retailers at the same time pulled out. And
Wow.
I was just sitting there and I was like, literally lying on my couch in my living room, just stoned. And I was like, what about if a black guy sold Confederate flags? Then wouldn't this like even
It cancels
everything?
out.
It
Yeah, it
cancels
cancels out.
as a troll, I just like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a troll, but I like to have fun. But trying to find indefensible positions, so it's like whatever rules you're going to use with the Confederate flag thing do kind of be like. My first idea was to start like a red background and draw one blue stripe and be like, is it okay to sell this? Then draw another blue stripe and like slowly add the stars. But to cut to the chase, I come up with this idea, buy Confederate flags from blackguy.com. And with the help of my friends, including Yolo's new roommate who edited the thing for me, I wrote, directed, and shot. I wrote it and directed it myself, but my friends helped out with the shooting and stuff. And we just did this video, and I made a real website called Buy Confederate Flags from a blackguy.com, and it's in there. I finish it. It took forever to like finally shoot and stuff. So I get the copy at I get the video like late one night, and even knowing I'd done research when you should like post shit to Reddit or whatever, I was like, fuck this shit. It needs to go up now. So this is like at midnight, dude. I fucking put the video on YouTube. I set up this website, and I'm like, I don't have Confederate flags to sell outside of the one that I bought as a prop for the video. So I'm like, I'm going to put a price so fucking absurd that nobody's going to buy these things. So I say the price is originally $160. And then I cut it down to like $80 plus an absurd amount of shipping and handling. But it's a real store. It's set up. And I also used my full name in the video to try to get ahead of anybody like doxing me or being weird or whatever. And it was all real, and it's set up. And I fucking put it on Reddit at like midnight. And at the time I was selling beer. And like I'm driving around on my regular route. I used a Google number. So it was like 1-800 blah, blah, blah flag or whatever. But it actually went to my phone number. So I'm like, leave the office for the day. I'm driving around in my work van, and all of a sudden my phone starts going fucking nuts. And it's like, wait, this is real? Like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is AJ. Like, you're interested in a flag? God. And dude, it fucking blew up. Somebody, so like it did pretty good on fucking Reddit. YouTube got like hundreds of thousands of views. But where it really blew up is somebody ripped it and put it on World Star. And it has like 250,000 views on World Star.
Yo, hell yeah.
Go.
Am I crazy? I swear you sent me, I don't think it was Vice, but didn't someone do like a little thing?
Yeah, I got two. So the Sun Times wrote me up, but they didn't do an interview with me. But fucking the Atlantic actually called me on my phone and did. If you look up like AJ and buy Confederate flags from blackguy.com, you'll see everything. But
is the site still up?
So I can't remember. I think I pay the GoDaddy check it out. It's buy Confederate flag from a blackguy.com. But dude, yeah, it blew up. I stayed in character, and then like I changed the description. I was like, hey, that's when I actually dropped the price in half. I was like, actually, thanks to a certain politician who can't be named, but he's got beautiful hair, and he promises he's going to help me bigly. The flags are half off. I made, and this is profit, I made like $3,300.
Jesus Christ, dude, that's fresh.
Yeah, dude. And so these were like almost $120 shipped, and it came by with an 8x10 glossy of me that I signed. And it's just me in the living room, Zach, in front of the same painting that's on the back wall there. Dude, it's literally just me like this in a tie and a button-up shirt. And I just signed it, Love AJ. And there's no mention of the website or anything in the box you get. So you're just, if anybody kept this shit, it's just like a picture of fucking me.
Crazy.
But
dude, you should, have you considered doing a sequel to this? Because I feel like if you literally did like a glossy laminated N-word pass, I feel like you could make fucking bank, dude.
I will tell you this, like my mom was like so worried when I put it out and everything. It's like I use like my real full name and stuff just to like, so nobody would go through the trouble of doxing me, but it truly was all love. And I don't think that's kind of the flavor anymore. Like after post 2016 kind of ironed things out. Because I did try to do a follow-up a little bit later. This was like when they were still trying to gentrify downtown LA. So it's a nightmare. For like 3 years, they finally got it back on track, but it was a nightmare. It's a nightmare again. And they put in a giant fucking Whole Foods down there. And literally, dude, 2 blocks away is Skid Row, like the Skid Row. And so I was like, hopefully I can get some of the people who like back me on this. I posted it on the same channel, and it was Whole Foods for the homeless. And I did a fake informative video, and I wanted to raise like $3,000, and I was going to get $100 Whole Foods gift cards and rent a van and literally just drive homeless people to Whole Foods all day. But because irony is fucking dead, like I called in and trolled like some radio shows and stuff with the idea, and people were in earnest being like, it just seems like you're wasting your money going to Whole Foods. Wouldn't Trader Joe's fit the bill a little bit better? And I was just like, fuck, I can't do this. Yeah.
Damn. What's the next big troll? Like, we should plan something out. Maybe putting our heads together, we can come up with something.
I think so. I mean, like, we already have a lot on our plate. I thought it was a little weird. I got the call from Tariq Nasheed last night. I guess you got a call from Mossad, I guess, is what Zach was telling me. But they want us to iron out this whole Black Jew thing. And I was like, I'm just some fucking guy. But
yeah, I'm here to mediate. I'm here to mediate on behalf of Italians.
Dude, we need a Dr. Umar on the podcast. That guy
Dude, Italians technically are a marriage of Black and Jewish people, I feel like.
Is that true?
I feel like we have the whole fucking rainbow right here, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want this will be the only thing that I would want bleeped off the pod, but my mom got me one of the 23andMe's a couple years ago, and
100% Italian.
I don't know if I believe in science on this one, but let's just say I'm more Italian than anything else.
What? That's crazy.
I had fucking no idea, dude.
Southern Italian.
Yeah, very south.
Very south, baby.
Wow, that's cool. I always wondered, like, what would.
Dude, I'm fucking yopped from this single can.
Just that little sip.
That's what the drinks are nice, because they hit in like 15 to 20 minutes. So if you're just kind of casually sipping on one, it'll start to catch up with you in the background, like way more so than a regular edible.
I'm gonna grab a seltzer to even it out.
There you go.
That sounds good. Yeah.
There you go.
How have we been holding up in the Patreon so far? Like, how as an observer of the Patreon, how would you say we're doing?
I like the Patreon a lot. I like the like answer, or like the questions is a good segment and stuff like that. And so far, I mean, it feels like a good value. I mean, you're already getting the two guys. It's like, I don't know how most people feel about Patreon in general, because there's some people I just support on there, and I don't expect extra content or whatever. But like, honestly, just even like a fucking extra episode a week is always like, what more could you ask for?
I just feel so like I always am like want to be active in the Discord and messaging people, because I just feel so like honored that people even want to like join in. It's just such a
dude. I haven't been in the Discord in so long.
Like, you should pop in, bro.
I'm gonna pop back in.
The YOLO one was a little weird.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much going on, but this one is literally like if you leave like a sandwich under your bed and you come back and there's like a whole ecosystem living in it. There is just so much going on, and everyone's having a good time, and I'm just like, damn. I got to get back into it too, though, because during the move, I have been like, I'm on like my divorced dad fucking arc. I'm like gonna just grow my fucking beard out.
I just packed up, and this is just the $15. I just packed up. This is a stack of envelopes, which has a
month late. A fucking month late.
We're a little late. We had some shit. You know, it's our first month, so we had to iron out a few kinks.
Yeah, and you're coming hot off a cruise and shit. I don't know.
And then I have like fucking 30 large envelopes of prints and shit that need to go out. Like, it's just like all the mail in my room right now. They're gonna shoot me at the USPS tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna show up there with like 60 items, and they're gonna be like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, bro?
I was telling AJ, because I came in today with a huge stack, and I could tell the guy was kind of like, fuck. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to him to sweeten his life up. And he was like, he instantly was like having a good time, but he was like, yeah, man, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. My wife is gonna leave me. I've been playing so much. And I was like, I thought it was a bit. And I was like, oh, like, bro, serious? I know what you're saying. He's like, no, man, for real, dog. It's like, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I guess he just keeps coming home from work and immediately getting on. And he says his wife just screams at him for like 3 hours or whatever. And I'm just like, dude, spend time with your wife.
I was telling Zach, like, the secret to any good relationship is to make sure your significant other is hooked on reality television if you like to play video games. And this should be like, just get her on some Kardashians, some 90 Day Fiance,
Something.
and like you're gonna be asking her to come to bed. Your thumbs are gonna hurt from gaming all night, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm just done with this.
Dude, I know
I also that like ostensibly Danny Trejo works at the post office, according to Zach.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's not, I'm not very good with accents.
Oh, just the,
Dude,
the accent. Yeah.
saying getting
Machete works at
your wife hooked on reality TV. I don't know. I know pedophile jokes are hard to come by, but there's something there about a pedophile and his very young girlfriend, and yeah, she's hooked on phonics. She just keeps on trying to learn how to spell and stuff, but she has no time for me. There's something there.
Yeah,
there's something.
She's so needy, but you know, I just watch
Caillou. I just saw some tweet that was like, and I actually was like, God, it is unbelievable. There is such a market for stupid tweets. Like, you can tweet something that if you think it's dumb, the fact of the matter is you could tweet it and it'll go fucking boo-boo crazy mode, because like, and like in particular, I saw this one that was like, yo, did this show even exist? I feel like I dreamt it. And it was Muzzy. Did you guys watch Muzzy?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Sweet Muzzy.
And I was like, yeah, I used to watch it. Like, that was like the go-to when I was in school and my Spanish teacher didn't want to teach us anything. She would just put Muzzy
throw on
the
Muzzy.
screen. Yeah. But it's like, I was like, bro, like, what's the threshold for like childhood show that you could upload? Like, could you upload Fairly Odd Parents and be like, bro, did I dream this, or did this
Dude, a tweet
really
like that goes
exist?
viral
every 2 seconds.
Dude, you know which one I've seen every single week, and it's such a cool animal, and I literally hate it now. Have you seen the fucking? This is what a gaboon viper looks like, and it's like, dude, look up gaboon viper. It is one of the coolest animals ever. It's like this fat. It's so fat.
That sounds like a slur.
It does sound like a slur. Look it up, though. Look it up. But this goes viral every week about people pretending they haven't seen it last week, and it drives me.
Yeah. Crazy looking.
Yeah. I was like,
it
is that
a
like
leaf?
Yeah,
they're like little fat fucks,
and it's got like horns and stuff.
It's the most venomous viper in Africa. Jesus. I think I might be getting that semi wrong.
But yeah, it's that shit. Well, I mean, it's just like all the bots on Reddit and shit that just like take the hottest, like something that got 200K 3 months ago, and then the bots just repost it like a month later and it does the same numbers. But it's like going off of that, it's like the black dudes on YouTube doing the reaction videos where it's like, this isn't like listening to, this isn't like listening to like, maybe the ones that are like the emo ones, like black dude listens to Taking Back Sunday for the first time. But there's other ones that they do, they're like, these are like in every other movie. Like when they're like, oh, I've never heard Queen before. It's like, it's literally impossible. You're a 43-year-old man. You fucking heard Queen, man. Maybe that's the next troll, Harris. That's what I'll do. I quit my job and I just react to like, what's this?
Dude, this sad reality
Madonna?
Is like, yeah.
I don't know. That's some real white
never
people
heard
shit.
of her.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, dude, the sad thing is like, it's almost depressing. Is like, you will probably make so much money on YouTube just like pretending to do that shit. And it'll be that like moment, like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's like, what was the video game that we were talking about, Zach? That you said like this guy literally made the thing as a joke because he wanted to like. Oh, I think you said it was Five Nights at Freddy's. Didn't you say that guy made it? Because
like... not as a joke, but people said his like video game animation was so. He made religious games, and they were like, "This is scary looking." So he was like, "I'll show you what's scary looking," and like just out of spite, fucking made Five Nights at Freddy's, and then it went fucking baby monkey retard mode.
Crazy.
Like, everyone plays that.
Dude, this is completely off topic, but I figured I'd tell you right now. I kind of have an early holiday present, a Hanukkah present for you, Zach.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Is it one of the candles? What are those? A menorah?
No, a menorah? No. I got Frank Jav Cee to play a saxophone solo over the Cold Cuts opening.
Oh, based, dude.
He fucking killed it, and he just sent it to me like a few hours ago. So I'm gonna
Let's throw it
email
on
you
this
the
app,
file,
bro.
and I think
Yeah.
we'll put it at the
That would
beginning
be
of the
very fresh.
episode.
Dude, that
Yeah.
the carrying that 8-bit remix, I was getting down to that pretty hard, man.
Yeah,
And
dude.
The original beat's yours, Harris?
Yeah, the original beat is one that I made like 8 years ago, like a
Yeah.
really long time ago. But
Because it was like the first song I rapped over on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know it
Yeah.
was the first one, but yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I have a few beats that are sitting in. I don't know why that one survived, but on my like 2 laptops ago, I fucking uploaded a few beats that I had made up to my Google Drive just to be like, I should probably keep these here for posterity. And I don't know why that one made the cut. I guess like I liked it. And then when we started Cold Cuts, we wanted like kind of like a little opening theme, and I was like, well, let me go through my like old shit, and that was the one that stuck out. That was still, I have like something like 7 or 8 other ones that are also sitting on my Google Drive, but that one is probably
Dude, that one's been a banger because I've had that track and then the other track you made, Thought You Was Rice.
yeah.
That's been on every laptop and computer I've had for the
Hell
past
yeah,
like
dude.
10
Let's
years,
go.
dude. So I was like,
let's
It
go.
makes the jump.
banger,
Yeah,
banger.
I did also shout out to Frank Jav Cee because he kind of showed me the ropes a little bit on using FL Studio. So like I finally feel like I'm kind of in the groove again of making some beats. I haven't in the last week or so, but I made a few that I was like, okay, like I'm kind of it's like it was weird. I was using Logic for so long, which is super user friendly and it still sounds good, and now just being on a PC, I was like, well, let me try FL Studio, and it's like learning a whole different language. The layout is totally
Yeah.
different. It's
Yeah.
totally but it's cool. It's fun. And beat making and like music in general, it's kind of refreshing because like when I'm drawing a comic, it's not even like doing a painting. Like when I'm doing a comic, and probably Zach, you feel this way too. It's like I have to have the whole thing plotted out in my head before I draw it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
start to finish. I have to know what's gonna happen beginning, middle, end, and then I draw it out. But if I'm doing something like a painting or especially with a beat, I can kind of just be like, well, let me just start this and see where it takes me, and you can kind of just build along the way.
Right.
Put a little stank on it halfway.
Yeah,
through.
and come back to it and add and move stuff around. Yeah.
It's nice. I love drawing comics, but it's not exactly therapeutic. Like I still like the same way that making something like a beat or drawing or painting something that's kind of like building as I go, or playing Minecraft. Like that shit is more like like it's just like a little more soothing because it doesn't matter.
Dude, I gotta hop in. AG, do you play Minecraft?
I've never played Minecraft.
It's
Dude,
so
now's the
fun.
time because someone on the server just
Started
bought
Yes.
a Cold Cuts Minecraft server.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I was like on the relaxation tip. Like I haven't jammed in forever. Like we've been talking about this a lot lately.
Mhm.
Like trying to get back into it and stuff. And it's like it used to be like such a big part. Like I
Mhm.
play a little bit of keyboard, and like my buddy
Nice.
Bianchi does like beats and stuff, and like I would sing and do lyrics. And yeah, it's just like feels weird to get back into after like a long time off, because it, like you're saying, it almost doesn't. I know once I get over that hump, it's going to feel relaxing again, but
Mhm.
there's almost like this like anxiety of like getting back into it, and
What
like
if I'm not good enough?
I
yeah,
know,
or just
yeah.
like
What if
the
it's not
when it feels
good?
like doing homework, like what Harris is
Yeah.
talking about, like trying to learn FL Studios. Like it's very easy for me
Dude,
to bitch out and just be like,
For
this
sure.
feels like
I'm-
homework. This doesn't actually feel like I'm jamming right now.
Bro,
Yes,
we
yeah.
just have to make an album of the fucking gay songs we keep
I-
coming up with.
we-
Dude, sing
yes.
sing Harris your version of Prince's Raspberry Beret.
I sucked a man's dick, now I'm gay.
That's so good, dude. It's
Dude, I'm telling you,
it's a
we could
million views
go-
on YouTube.
We could be like gay
what's the-
Weird Al,
Wait,
bro.
no, the other one. I don't know if there's a Randy Newman song. That's the other.
Oh, the LA
other
one. Yes.
Yeah, it's
What's
the
that?
Dodgers theme song, and it's just like I love LA. Very similar. Suck dick, I'm gay.
Oh, dude, that's so good.
Dude, we could literally finance everything. We don't have to go with our original shrimp farming thing.
No,
that we
no
were
shrimp
talking about.
farming.
We
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
have to be
Yeah,
shrimp
drop
farmers.
that.
No dog treats. Yeah.
Do what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Actually think about this from time to time, and Zach brought it up to me like fucking 8 episodes ago on the podcast that AJ, I think you told him for a song that was a spoof on like Margaritaville, but he starts seeing like demons.
demons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another one I've put off for a
So
while. But
good.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just like it sounds like just island vibes, but you're like, wait, what was that? And then like by the end, it's like that Margaritaville, like that whole like parrot head thing was a like
Beelzebub or something.
yeah, like a summoning ritual, and like all these boomers just like set in fire. Like, have you ever? Did you guys watch that Devilman Crybaby?
No, I
No,
have
is
that
it
recommended
good?
to me. I know
It's the title is very accurate, but it's I liked it a lot. It's fucking brutal, but like that's kind of thing. It's like everybody's gotten into excess and they're like at this rave, and like all of a sudden like their bodies start to like turn into monsters and shit. It's pretty rad.
Dude, how are we down to the first fucking
I know how
10 minutes?
fuck,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Oh
dude.
damn.
AJ, you watch? Are you a Mob Psycho fan?
No, I've got that one on the list because it keeps coming up. I've heard you guys have said it, and like,
yeah,
dude, I've been trying to like break out of habits with the media consumption lately because it's like I was on a streak lately of like reading books, and I was like, damn, I'm back in it. I'm like not just ruining my brain on Twitter, but like, dude, alls I can read is fucking like fantasy.
Yeah.
And the second I try to switch, it's because like I read Dune last year, like into this year, and then it's just been like all like the only variation is from hard sci-fi to like fantasy sci-fi, and I just vacillate between the two or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, I can't get out of it. And same thing with TV shows. I'm like, I need a TV show, man. I need something to watch. And like in my heart, I know I just need to find another anime because that's what I end up beasting through.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mob Psycho is, and I'm not an anime fan, but it's just too fucking good. I'm not even all the way through it. Like I'm probably like 2/3 of the way through the second season, and the third one, I'm pretty sure the finale is about to air if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
So I'm only like halfway through the show, but like I'm straight up, I would say that it is the best, like in terms of visuals, like the art style, it is like the best animated show I've ever seen. Like just the animation.
Besides our upcoming one.
Fucking good.
Besides our upcoming.
Fuck yeah.
It's just like it's such a well done show, and they only like really flex on you in certain moments, but a lot of it is just like the characters talking, but the characters are also so well written. Like it's so good. It's so good.
The other one, in terms of just like visually stunning for me, and like you can tell where the money went. Have you checked out the Castlevania series?
No, but I saw a lot of people praise that.
I haven't seen the
You guys both kind of froze for me. Are you still there?
I think we're all still here.
Oh, we're back. But, okay. It said mine was fucked up. Okay, we're Gucci.
But the Castlevania, I guess, I think it's like a studio based in Texas, and they're not like farming out the animation and stuff. And like, there's some parts where like the fight scenes are just like awesome. Yeah, I would definitely check it. It's on Netflix.
We were talking to our last guest about that, but I do not understand why more studios like that don't fucking homebrew and make it like in the US. It seems like everything gets sent to either Korea or Canada. Yeah, and it's like
it's just cheap, right? It's cheaper,
I guess. Yeah, but like I don't
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's always. I mean, now what I'm seeing is all these people that are just like, stop feeding the AI art algorithm. Like, do not make those fucking things. And it's like, this is another one where I'm just like, both sides are dumb, because I actually see people that I love and care about posting to their Instagram like the AI portraits. Have you been seeing those? Like
the anime ones.
The anime ones. And on one hand, I'm just like, this is so cringe. They don't look that good. It basically just looks like a filter that you put on like your old MacBook, like photo booth. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't think they're that cool. And my friends that I see posting it, I want to just be like, bro, stop, bro.
Kill yourself.
But but The other people that
What
are
happened?
just
What
like,
happened to the love yourself? You guys were doing
Oh,
that
yeah,
right,
for
right.
a while.
Love
Like
yourself.
love yourself.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what? I think Bieber did a song like
yourself.
that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can get into his.
Oh, you should go
his
and love
territory.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I
Yeah.
think he was masking the words "go fuck yourself," not "go kill
Oh.
yourself."
You're right.
I think he's
You know
saying
what?
you should go and
Love
fuck
yourself. Love yourself,
Love
boys.
yourself.
Love yourself.
But
Time to take a break from the internet.
Alright. What were we just
Hey,
talking about?
Seltzer.
Seltzer. We were just talking about
Your AI art.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other side of it, the people that are just like, please stop. Like, AI art is gonna take our jobs. Like, would you pay like, I saw somebody post something that was just like, would you pay a robot to fix your toilet? And I was like,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, I would.
100%,
I would.
dude.
Especially the
It's
guy
like-
who comes fixes my fucking toilet. Like he breaks it literally every time.
Yeah, the way that I see it is like obviously the AI art, it's like, it's almost like if you're going to the gym and somebody else is going to the gym and they're making crazy gains and you're not really, you're kind of like, we got different body types, so like you're kind of like stagnated, but their dude at the gym is just fucking swole and he's like throwing shit around. Okay, an insane person or just a stupid person would look at the guy who's super swole and be like, God, that guy, I'll never be that swole. He's so much better than me. He's so much stronger than me. I'll never get there. I'm just gonna stop. No one is ever gonna want to date me. No one's ever gonna want to love me. I'm gonna stop working out altogether because fuck it. There's too many swole guys out there. It's like, that's the way I see it with these artists and the AI art. Because a reasonable person would just be like, there's always gonna be this clique of fucking people who just don't care, don't respect artists, and think that AI art looks good, which, in my opinion, and I'm not even saying this from a biased perspective, it looks like dog shit. It always looks like dog shit. I can tell it's AI. I'm very well aware. Yeah, you can make these Renaissance paintings that look really fucking fancy and whatever.
Except
but who the fuck
the
wants
chick
that?
has 13 fingers.
Exactly.
And like
Like,
two arms.
Yo,
like,
but
who
AI
wants
can
that?
do some nice ass tits. I
Yeah,
saw
like,
some
of course,
Abby Shapiro
yeah.
ones. Dude, isn't this the whole point of? First of all, is this story real? The John Henry versus the train or robot or whatever. You guys
No.
know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't think is that a true story?
I think John Henry was real, but like I don't think any of that story's obviously
That's-
not real.
well,
That's
that
a tall
story-
It's
tale.
folklore.
Predicted the AI thing because it's like, you can't beat the machine, John Henry, and he said fuck you, and he worked twice as hard, and you know what? I think he dies at the end, but the point being is he still was able to defeat the machine through hard work.
So the whole
Right.
point, the whole point with that AI stuff, like, and I do agree, like with what you're saying, Harris, but
but not me?
It's no, specifically not you.
Yeah.
No, the whole point of that though is that like it's not going to be like fine artists or even casual artists who are getting jobs taken away from them. It's people who do shit like that fucking corporate Memphis, like all those like blah, like kind of
Yeah.
Sesame Street looking guys. It's going to be marketing teams who are small businesses who have the chance to hire somebody for fucking $20 on Fiverr to put together some shit that's going to look like garbage, or they're
Right.
going to put $5 towards an AI rendering that they get the rights to. Like, that's where I see it. And then dude, like I'm in a lot of dispensaries for my fucking, is Harris still there?
Well, I'm still here.
Yeah, sometimes
did
he
I-
gets like a praying mantis and remains very still.
No,
Oh, sorry.
it was a jump or whatever. But
Oh, okay.
I'm in like a lot of dispensaries for my work, right? And dude, every single one is like the worst airbrushed photo of Nipsey Hussle and fucking Kobe, like smoking fucking
I
weed,
love that.
and
I
like
love that.
Marilyn Monroe. There's this one I go to, dude. They like, it's stormtroopers on just a drip rainbow background with like fucking glitter thrown at it.
Oh
This
my God.
this piece is 40 fucking feet. Oh, no, sorry, that's insane. It's at least 25 feet long and like
God.
4 feet fucking tall. And it's just all these, like, they clearly printed it out and just like shellacked it on or whatever. And then it's just like Mickey Mouse with a stormtrooper helmet as well. And that's like, dude, this dispensary, like, I know the build out cost like over $1 million, and this is their prime piece of art. So it's like, I get complaining about the AI thing, but this is the alternative. This is what you're fighting against. It's not nobody's coming in and like, oh, who's that one guy who like got
Don't say Banksy.
No, what's worse?
Exactly. Yes.
Banksy sucks.
Yeah.
He fucking sucks.
He is a bitch, dude.
Dude, he sucks so bad.
I'm not even gonna say love yourself, Banksy. If you're listening to this, kill yourself.
Yeah, I literally, I don't even want him to like get any like martyr fucking dumb. I want him to like go to Ukraine again and like accidentally trip and impale on himself. Like not anything cool, just like Banksy slipped off his stupid fucking private jet and cracked his head.
No, dude, but
when he
then
went to
they'd be like,
Kosovo or whatever.
Then they'd be like, dude, he did it on purpose and it was the best piece of art. He died for his art.
Yeah,
I think we're about to get cut off, but AJ, did you have a joke you wanted to tell us?
So Lizzo and Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's good.
They actually they team up and they say, did everybody
There's something there. There's something there. We've been coming up with more gay songs during the break. Extremely powerful.
Dude, I watched the buy a Confederate flag from a blackguy.com. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it the wrong
buy
way.
Confederate flags from a blackguy.com.
Buy Confederate flags, but the site's not up.
Okay, the site's not up. Yeah,
I
think my buddy.
To the site.
So I think I'm paying for the thing, but my buddy was like hosting it for free, and then I guess he must have stopped hosting it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you got some hate mail. But it's funny that like I know you were saying like it is all positive comments. I was reading them and everybody's like, this man is a genius. Which it is a really genius video. But like you mentioned like it lie as clear like today. But I actually when I was watching it, I felt like it's actually aged really well. Like I think it's really fun.
Yeah, because I tried to keep it like apolitical and stuff. Or is general like it's about making fun of the absurdity of all the arguments or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was telling you, man. Like most of my friends would not share it. Like I got texts and calls from everybody. They're like, dude, literally, I went to a wedding a month later, and like it was like a friend who had like a bunch of family members I don't know, and people were like coming up to me at the wedding and be like, dude, I saw you online. Like
no way.
It was crazy, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's mad funny. Yeah, and it did have a lot of fucking views. The video that you just sent me, it was
the one that got ripped to World Star, that one did I think like 250,000 on there.
That's
and
insane.
Dude, they tore me up in the comments. It was some of the funniest roasts I have ever. Dude, I was like, they're so brutal. Like you just have to laugh. They were like, one of them called me like Corey from the Trailer Park Boys. They're like, yo, what kind of scams Corey up to now? Like,
that's mad funny.
That's good.
Dude.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I like the including a photo of yourself in the box was a nice touch.
My girlfriend did make me literally make sure that I did kiss every single one that went in there. But one thing. There's two funny things that happened there. For one, like I made like over $3,000 on that, and the most that were purchased, not a general location, but army bases. I sent out like 20 fucking flags to army bases. And then the best one I got, somebody called me and I don't know. I don't think it was a troll because the guy sounded too old, but it was like a school in Iowa that was trying to do like a play or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, we need them like for whatever. We need these Confederate flags. And he kind of trails off and he's like, and we just want to make sure we're doing it the right way. And I was like, yes,
oh my
yes.
God. Yes.
There's no right way. There's no right way.
There is no right way, but it is the most ethical way. It's the best way.
Yeah, dude, the last troll I had,
funny.
literally, I was like joking with my cousin. This was a couple months back. I'm joking with him. I'm like, dude, next troll, I think I'm going to do like black people picking cotton, but woke. And it's going to be like, these fucking sweaters are made out of like cotton that's only been picked by black hands, like sewn by black hands. And then, and this is why, I don't think I'd catch shit. That wasn't necessary, but like that irony is dead is why I'm saying some of this, because a month fucking later, Talcum White was, or what do they call it? Talcum X? Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. He literally is promoting a black-owned cotton farm sweater like a month later, and it's like,
What the hell?
yo,
Dude,
Yo.
that's proof. Dude, that's proof his whole thing is an act, bro. He's like
Mm.
the fucking Andy Kaufman level. That's my prediction.
Well, yeah, but it just shows what a lineup and a fade can do to literally anybody. It's like those. Have you ever seen the meme of it's like the dude in the Newport sweat?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's Joe
The
Biden,
jumpsuit.
but like
Yes.
lowered down.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I
yeah,
love
he
that.
looks like, oh shit, I didn't know he was Irish and black. Like,
That's so good.
Well, that's the
Dude,
same thing.
yeah,
I
right.
just saw. I
yeah.
logged on to Twitter like during the break, and I just saw some news story that you guys know who Kyrie Irving is, right?
Yeah,
Basketball, right?
He's a
yeah.
basketball player, and Nike just cut ties with him over some anti-Semitic shit that he said like 2 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, so he that one was kind of weird and got me. I remember
I don't know what he
texting.
did. I don't know
So
what he did.
I'll tell
actually.
I'll tell you what he did. And I was going on the warpath that night, like just texting Zach a novel that I was like, he doesn't care about this at all. Because it's like, you don't want to defend any of this shit. And like, I used to maybe consider myself like a free speech absolutist or whatever, but like none of that shit fucking matters anymore. What Kyrie did was share an Amazon link to like some Hotep fucking documentary.
Mhm.
And I don't follow basketball. I don't follow this guy, but I think it literally was just like the link to buy it or see it on Amazon. It's like streams on Prime, or you can rent
Okay.
it on Prime. And people are like, this is anti-Semitic. It's all like, Hebrews are the black as, Hebrews
That's
are,
the
blacks are the
classic, yeah.
real, and there's some other shit or whatever in there. But like, that's what it was about. And like, people bend themselves into all these ways to kind of like defend him. And it's like, who cares? But they do bring up some good points. Like, why isn't Amazon getting in trouble for having this shit up there? And like, what's up with all this fucking like, what's his name? Brett Favre stealing like $10 million from fucking the welfare in Missouri.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
Wrangler has not like made a public statement separating themselves from him. But it just gets weird, like especially as a black dude when shit like this comes up, because firstly, like, why are you as a man ever defending another man? Like, full pause.
Just saying that's gay.
I
That's
know.
very gay.
I said pause.
Pause.
All right.
pause.
Oh, okay.
All right, because it's like you
That's
look
fair.
at some of these fools and it's like, dog,
That's a
you
good
ain't
point,
beating,
though, honestly.
dog, you're not fucking beating your own case. Like, you got time on the side because like you got your own fucking shit to worry about. But it's just bonkers, man. And you shouldn't expect fucking athletes to have any cogent thoughts.
I mean, dude, like I've been watching basketball for a little while now, and Kyrie is like this is his whole thing. Like
isn't he a flat earther?
Kyrie is he is legitimately a flat earther.
Well, that one's real.
The big
That
that
one's
one. All right, I'll give him that one. But the
shit. Sorry, guys. You're gonna kill me. I should have done this during the break.
What happened? You gotta pee?
I gotta pee.
Go ahead, that's
I'll be
fine.
right. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
come
I'll be
back.
right back.
Come back.
The big thing that Kyrie was
Oh, he logged
like
out.
oh damn, he didn't want to.
He had to pee. He really had to pee. He really had to pee. Yeah.
Kyrie was in trouble because he wouldn't get vaccinated during the bubble.
Right.
So
yeah, I remember this.
he didn't play for like 2 years because the NBA was like, we're not going to let you play until you do it, basically. And he was like, well, I'm not going to do it.
Was he still getting paid though? Probably, right?
I think they were paying him for a while, and I think they eventually did say, like, we're going to stop paying you until you come back. And I think he stood his ground. He never got vaccinated, but they did eventually just be like, all right, you can play again. Like, it was literally after like 2 years of it.
Literally the same thing with whoever the new Iron Man is, the chick from Black Panther. She was like severely anti-vax, and they were pretty much like,
wait, who is she?
I forget the actress's name, but she's like the new Iron Man. Come on in.
No, she's the new Black Panther.
Huh?
You got a seltzer I can grab?
Right there. Grab me one.
I knew it was a bit.
Harris thought he said he knew. He said he knew.
Yeah, that's mad funny.
You got the splitter.
Yo, hey, with the YOLO swag merch.
All right, crispy. Just gonna grab an audio splitter.
Oh
'cause
man,
I'm
now you got me
low
jealous.
IQ. Oh, you got. Oh,
Bro.
we got it. All right, give us 1 sec. I forgot my.
Oh, let's fucking go. Well, this is for the viewers at home while we're sitting up here. Yo, yeah, Kyrie's a flat earther. Oh, there was
More
a
like Byrie. By the way, how? Let me turn the audio up slightly. Can you hear both of us if we're talking?
yeah, you got a
Yes.
little bit quieter, I think, because you started moving away from the mic.
There we go.
All right,
I'll get nice and
How's
cozy.
this?
get
How's this,
cozy.
better?
That sounds good. Yeah,
That's
that sounds
better.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
crispy.
Was the bit worth it?
The bit was totally worth
He
it.
immediately said, "I knew that was happening." Dude,
It's like,
I
I think when you first logged out, I was like, oh, that's unusual. He like closed the Zoom window to go pee, and then I was like, oh wait, I know what's going on right now.
Hell yeah. Oh wait,
cheers.
can I say what I want the art for this one to be?
Oh yeah, what is it? We need suggestions.
Well, this is, and it's also my favorite part of the show is when specifically you, Harris, talk about the favorite memes that you've seen on. But dude, can we please do like the meme that's like the only thing the establishment fears, and it's like the black dude with the dreadlocks wearing like African colors and a Confederate flag guy, and they both have guns, and they're like. It's to their back, and they're just doing the bro thing.
Oh, okay, the bro fist?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I've never seen that,
dude.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Wait,
that's
you got to send me that reference photo. But yeah, that's good.
That's crazy. You have. I guess that was like more relevant a couple years ago. People were like constantly sharing.
The
it,
only
but,
thing the establishment fears.
Yeah.
But yeah, that anyway. Basically to cap the Kyrie Irving talk is that but they didn't let him play for like a year and a half because he wouldn't get vaccinated.
Get vaxxed, yeah.
That was his big fucking thing.
That's based. That is based.
I guess so. And then, but now it was literally like a year and a half later, and the NBA was like, "All right, we'll let you back in, but no more funny business." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like, and now he's playing again, and the shenanigans continue. He's been a fucking dude. He's a lunatic. If you like follow him on Instagram, he goes live and he starts spouting the. Am I allowed to say Hotep, or is that like I don't want the?
No, you can say Hotep.
It's not like a bad word, right?
No, it's not a bad word. It's not. That's It's.
What I thought you were gonna be like, because AJ's here and he's black. Like, can I say the N word?
Can
I say that?
No, because I just learned that word.
We pre-established that is a mostly Italian,
right? Yeah,
mostly Italian.
That counts. That's
probably
the
most racist thing about me. I still follow the one drop rule. So. I am a black man.
That's all right. Yeah. Otherwise, that Confederate flag thing is debunked. Yeah, debunked.
Yeah, exactly, baby. Yeah. What were you saying about Kyrie? Yeah.
But
moving forward,
I just learned that word Hotep kind of recently, even though I was aware of like Black Israelites.
Dude, what is it exactly? I know it when I see it.
Well, I'll give my understanding of it, but I might be off base. But my understanding is that it's basically a movement within the Black community to give basically false historical info, which ties, I guess, Black people to like Egyptians and like other. What was that?
The Bible, sons of Ham.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
So there's a few. I might be talking out of my ass for part of this, but it's like I think it specifically comes from. There's this part where like was it Moses? I can't remember. I should know, but there's a Ham is the name of like I think Moses' son or like maybe Noah's son or whatever, and him and
son of Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
Yeah,
they have beef. So
and the second son of Noah and the father of Cush.
Hell yeah!
Hey,
I mean, we just solved the whole thing right here.
Hey, is what the establishment fears.
I know, like growing up, like I grew up in like really deep conservative Christian, like like 6,000-year-old church and all that stuff. But they would say like literally black people came from Ham, so he was cursed by Noah and sent to like wander the earth, and like they're like people would say he went down to like Africa and that's where black people came from, and I believe that's what the Hoteps are referring to. So they think they are descendants of Noah, and they're also Israelites.
I mean, to be fair, like you can't really blame them because like there's so much of the like biblical shit is just a bunch of baloney. I'm not even saying that to sound euphoric, but it's like a lot of those stories are just like
This
they
is
just don't.
very Reddit,
They,
dude.
it's just they just don't make much sense anyway. So like it's just I shouldn't even say it's
Dude.
a false narrative because compared to any other religion, it's all just like there's no historical basis for any of this.
Christianity is the only religion where it's allowed by society to make fun of. This is fucked
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
bro. I
yeah.
can't allow
Yeah.
this anti-Christian. Dude, the first college I went to, just before I forget this stupid story, literally the worst college in the whole world. When I transferred to Elon my second year, they literally saw the classes I took and they were like, "This is the equivalent of like a fifth grade class. Like these credits will not transfer. Like you have to be like a monkey to fucking like take these."
Were they like theology classes?
No, it was even like math. Like the highest, one of the highest levels of math there. I took it, dude. I had a 4.6, which is not should not even be possible
good,
at
yeah.
this college.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, my point being, we literally it was a very religious school. We had to take a couple religious courses.
Okay.
So I took this one course, and the teacher, like about a few days in, is like, you know, this part of the Bible, and he holds up like a small amount, is stuff we actually have fact for, and the rest of it is literally it's just on faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing, we have no evidence, there's nothing, and it's hard to say it's true. And then one of the students stood up and was like, "Isn't that because
Oh God.
Satan took all the evidence and
Yes.
burnt it?"
Yes.
And I was like,
no.
I was like looking around like, "Oh, we're gonna
doing
laugh
it.
at this guy, right?"
Yeah.
Everyone in the class slowly stood up and started clapping.
No.
And I was like, dude, you guys are
No.
fucking retarded.
That's
You
what's
guys are
frightening.
fucking
That's like
retarded,
that's like
dude.
a daily experience for me, but on Twitter. Like when I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see like the dumbest shit I've ever seen, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta read the quote tweets. And then all the quote tweets are like, yo, this dude's
Based,
this dude
based,
based.
based,
I'm
yeah,
like, oh my
based.
God, no.
Yo, when I'm
Why?
talking to AJ, what looks better? Because I feel like
I know. I'm trying
like,
not
looking
to like.
in the
What? And also,
camera,
I'm
and then
getting like
like,
crazy glare here too. I look
Oh,
like
you
an
guys
good.
I look like an anime guy.
Honestly,
like,
all I
like,
can all I can think about is that I'm jealous that I'm not sandwiched.
Soon.
bro, we
Soon.
FaceTimed you
Yeah,
last
right
night, and you
there.
were like, I would rather hang out with my girlfriend.
Sorry,
She's asleep on my arm.
she was literally sleeping like this on me, and you guys started calling me. I would have opened it. You would have been like, "Yeah, what's up?" This wasn't the right time. But anyway, yeah, that's fucking crazy. That story.
I shit my.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
when I was
so
like, I do need to
if
transfer.
I want, so
Yeah.
not to completely derail us. I don't
Derail
think there's
us.
anything to be derailed, but that Christian shit I grew up with, like have you guys ever heard of the Creation Museum down in Kentucky?
Yes,
It's like
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
famous.
yeah.
I
Just writing dinosaurs.
my
and stuff.
parents used to pay for us to go see that guy Ken Ham before he
We
blew
were
up.
just
Dude,
talking about
Before
him.
he blew up, dude. Oh yeah,
That's
on the
crazy. On
with
the
the Trey the
episode.
yeah,
Explainer.
that was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Dude, yeah, I was listening to that. So I have been like in a room with this guy with like 10 other people. Like
Wow.
he used to show, because I was homeschooled, so he used to show up at these homeschool events, like selling his curriculum and shit like that, and giving these talks.
Damn.
And I've like I watched him grow. The culmination of this was it was like him or some yeah, it was like him and some other people associated with him. One year my parents drove us all out to Colorado, and we spent a week up in the mountains with like I think him and this other guy named Little Bear Wheeler.
Oh wow.
And it was
What
just
the hell?
you had one-on-one.
oh yeah,
time with
so,
this
and
man.
it was all this stuff. And Little Bear Wheeler only refers to himself in third person, and it was
Oh,
kind of like
what?
so, dude. This was all like proto. It's not even right wing, right? It's like evangelical Christian shit or whatever. But like the grift, this is a long time ago. The grift was real back then because they would just go in. Everybody's homeschooled right at these things, and they're like, why are you still working at your job? You say you want your kids to like grow up good and Christian, and then you're at, your wife's just sitting there, but poisoning their minds with foolish female thoughts, and you as a father are off. This is homeschooling, and
What
it,
the-
yeah, and like I don't know to my parents' credit or not, or my mom and my stepdad. Like they never really commented on any of this stuff. I just
Yeah,
think they
yeah.
thought like this is what we were supposed to be doing. But one of the craziest fucking parts, dude, this is like a week long, right? So you would go like play snow sports, and they had a little bowling alley. I bowled a 213 there.
Let's go, based.
But then you would go and do these church things, and they would split a lot into men and women. So all the grift comes in is that they had all this shit to sell you, right? So it's like, oh, if you want your boys to be really like fucking manly, you got to buy these books and like little hatchets from our store. And like, look at me,
What?
I don't work anymore. I have 10 children. I take care of them. I'm not a slave to the man. I'm at home teaching them good Christian values. But the only reason he doesn't have a job is because he's selling these like $1,000 fucking retreats for him to say nothing. But dude, the craziest point is midway through, we're hearing all these updates about one of the guy's daughters, right? And she's pregnant, and he's told all these stories about her. And I'll try to make this quick. So one of the stories, he's talking about how to have like a daughter who believes in her husband. So they get this fucking, I think a Chinese guy who is Christian, who is coming over to do like an internship at their thing.
Okay.
And the two of them team up, Little Bear Wheeler and I forgot the other guy's name. It wasn't Ken Ham, now that I'm thinking about, but
Was it Kent Hove?
no, it wasn't. But dude, all these guys ran together. I'm getting them mixed up because like this was my child. I was like fucking 8, 9 years old, and like they're all around. I would go from one room to see these guys at the other. He tells this story. So this Chinese guy comes over, and they're like, "Let's test my daughter's faith." And so he's like, "I'm going to tell her that I have decided she's going to marry this Chinese man because he's a good Christian man." And dude, this is in a room with hundreds of adults and children. And he's like, and I told her, I've made a decision. And then she looks at me and she says, "Little Bear," she's got tears in her eyes, "if you say this is good, Father, this is good." And I was still mostly a Christian back then. And I was just like, yo, dog. And then also throughout this whole thing, when we do some manly things and they would keep the women away.
Yeah, yeah.
And the women would literally learn how to sew while we were like sawing logs or whatever. Little Bear tells another story. I don't know if it's the same daughter because he's got like 10 of them. He tells this other story, and this one's fucked up. And everybody knows she's pregnant, and we're getting little updates. She's like, she's great. She's married. She's having babies. She used to play basketball. And the Lord told me one day, like, women cannot play basketball. It's going to ruin their bodies. And even one time we went on a family hike, and I said, no, you have to stay in the car because like going on a hike is going to ruin your body for babies. This same daughter that he's talking about, while we are there, like one of the last days, he's like, we got to pray for my daughter, guys. She's having complications with the pregnancy right now. And I was just like, you've just been telling us for fucking days that
her body is like prepared for this
Yo,
shit.
what the
Dude,
fuck?
what in the hell?
I love it's funny how like these guys, it's like a subset where like they come up with that belief where it's like the basketball will hurt her body. It's not like widespread, but like literally up until 3 years ago, maybe it might have been a little longer, but women weren't allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia because the top Saudi scientists said, like, driving a car would make them infertile, like, just because of the way they were sitting, and it was like, dog, what? But that was, like, it was just, like, fact, though.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so fucked, though, because the campus we lived on was, it was, like, a lot of expats who, like, weren't from Saudi, so the women knew how to drive. So they'd drive around. You were allowed to drive on the campus if you were a woman, but if you left, you could not. And so all the women would drive, and there were no issues. And then they started hiring some like actual Saudi people who would bring their wives, and then be like, "Hiba, you are allowed to drive the car because it's allowed. You are just do it. It will be fun." And they would literally like, we had like 5 to 6 accidents where like, a woman pulled out of the driveway, immediately ran into like a stop sign, or like one woman, the kid survived, so it's okay to joke about. Immediately ran over a child, apparently like looked back and fucking slowly drove away, dude. Dude, literally the funniest shit, bro. But dude, what do you expect? Like,
I know. What do you expect?
When
yeah.
you haven't driven ever.
And dude, I would be that way too, because a lot of those Arab guys are like, generally you have like some amount of money, so you kind of, you know, yeah, if you ding the car up, it will be
It'll be
okay.
fine,
It will
man.
be
Yeah,
good.
whatever.
Dude,
Oh my
every
God.
American dude, like, because it was like, I don't know if it was right when they came out, but people were obsessed with Hummers. Like
Yeah.
before they didn't
The
they get are
OG
they
ones?
banned? Yeah,
No, I still, well, maybe in California, but I still see them
no,
from time
banned
to time.
for sale.
I saw one a couple weeks ago, but it's still funnier to see the H2s out there. But sorry,
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I swear to God, though,
or the H3s.
I don't think they're
Yeah,
in.
that's crazy, too.
I don't think they're in.
But
like,
the big ones, you're talking about the military.
The
Humvees.
giant, yeah, but
the
you would
Humvees.
get those because in Saudi, a full tank of gas was like 10 reals,
Yes.
which is 4 reals is like $1. So it was like, what is that, like $2.5 fucking dollars to fill
Okay.
your tank?
Yeah.
So like everyone would
The
just get
fuck?
Hummers because it
It
was,
was like the 70s.
yeah,
Why
you
not?
could guzzle
Yeah.
as much fucking gas as you wanted, bro.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I do remember back when I was probably in like the 4th or 5th grade that like they were everywhere. I used to see Hummers on the road constantly. It was like the most popular car. That and like PT Cruisers. And now
Wait,
I don't
did-
see any of those.
Did you grow up in Florida?
Yeah, I grew up in Florida. Yeah, pretty much been in South Florida like my whole life except for college and then living in New York. But like I grew up here and I'm here again.
We don't talk about that phase. Has Harris shown you pictures of his New York years?
No.
They're quite queer. They're quite cringe.
Wait,
They're,
I want to see these. Can I take some a patron privilege right now and try to bump one of my questions?
Oh,
that
yes,
has gotten
please,
missed?
please. I thought you were going to
It's 'cause
ask for
it's
another
a-
seltzer, and I was like,
no,
bro,
no.
just
Well,
take
yeah,
one.
I'm gonna be
Just
crushing
take
some Celsius.
one.
No,
Let's
but
go.
because since we've brought up cars now,
Yeah.
I do want to know. I do not.
I think
I'm
we
assuming
answered
you
this,
got-
what our dream cars are.
When did you answer this? I missed the last
Maybe
few
it was
episodes.
a
I've
dream
been busy.
car?
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
It
we
might have
definitely
been
did.
Patr-
We
No,
definitely
I'll
did
catch
answer
up.
that question, but I don't remember what my answer was.
You know what happened? I think I talked for 20 minutes and you kept, and just ran over everything.
I don't really know. The thing is that I'm gonna embarrass myself because I really don't know anything about cars. Like,
That's what
Yeah. Are you a car guy?
Not traditionally, but like
Yeah.
it was a big part of me
You
growing up, and I've
legally-
stayed. I'm like car guy adjacent.
You
Like, I'll tell-
legally
Okay.
can't be a car guy if you own 2 Priuses. Those are the laws. Those
Well,
are the laws. I'm
I'll
just
have
saying.
you know that Prius is now crossed into the enthusiast market. So this is it.
They're
it's
hip
al-
now.
It's always been a choice. No. They're not just hip, but the 2023 is looking real nice.
Oh,
But
really?
this is an enthusiast vehicle, so now I'm pretty much a Jeep guy. You know?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I see how it is.
Priuses.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a
I,
Prius Wave?
No.
You know, you guys.
Yeah, there's a Jeep Wave.
have a-
I know
yeah.
there's a Jeep
No,
Wave.
the only Jeep Wave that I'm aware of is when another Jeep cuts me off in traffic, like aggressively, like for no reason. That's the only wave that I'm aware of between
Dude,
me and other Jeeps.
Wait,
sorority
can I-
chicks are the most aggressive Jeep
They're
drivers, yeah.
drivers, dude.
Insane,
Dude,
yeah.
you know him. Well, you've met him at least. Kate's cousin's husband,
The tall or the short one?
the short
They're
one.
like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, the short one, Nate.
Fuck.
His mom was leaving a Costco last year. Older lady or whatever. I think she said she was like 58-year-old dude had just gotten a divorce, and he had a giant fucking Wrangler, and he was driving, literally couldn't fucking see her, and ran her fucking over in this parking lot
Bro.
because it's so tall.
Christ.
And it's like set. They have a picture, and it's kind of funny because it's like a cartoon. She literally has like fucking wheel
Oh no!
on her, and he
my
was like,
God.
when it happened, he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry. I just couldn't see you." Like, and it's like, yeah, stop driving that.
Yeah,
shit.
dude. You guys know there's a difference between being gay and then looking gay, derogatory. I have to preface this. I'm not making fun of gay people.
What do you
Anyway,
mean?
Okay.
There is.
What do we? Where's
You'll
this
see.
going?
You'll
Chris?
see.
Yeah.
There is something where it's like, dude, I don't care who you are. You don't need a truck that fucking big.
No.
Like, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
dude, this is yo, I'm driving a tank, baby. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. But it's like there comes a point where you don't need it. But someone posted a picture on the internet. You guys had to have seen it. It went viral, but it was like maybe a month ago. And it was just the gayest looking guy ever. Like, literally the stink twink. Like, disgusting twink dude. Like, and he's like, his head is like up to half the car. And he's like, this should not be allowed. And we should kill people who have that. And I was just like, dude, I hate giant cars.
I don't think that guy looked that crazy. I thought you were talking about the guy from there was this like thing that was like women's talk or something. I can't remember what it is, but like it was like this women's conservative summit, but they only had like dudes talking and maybe like one chick, and they were all freaks. And I thought that's what you were referring to, because there's this one guy in there. He's like one of the like conservative manosphere guys. And there's all these pictures of him with like standing next to his Dodge Ram where he's not even up to the thing, and he's just wearing like tiny jeans with like little cute silver boots and stuff. That's where that's what my Twitter,
I know who the fuck you're talking about.
My Twitter PFP is from a guy who my Twitter PFP looks like a burn victim guy.
Yeah,
He's from
Jesse.
That's real. He spoke at that conference. That's the
that's
guy.
the Jesse.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna shout out myself. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, CJackBurnsberg at Man About Town.
Yeah, Man About Town, dude.
Dude, I hope you did not just see the porn I had pulled up.
No, thank God.
Thank God, dude.
Thank God. What the hell?
That was Jesse Lee Peterson, right?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen that guy before. He looks a lot better in his Wikipedia than he does in that
He's
fucking
looking a little rough, but he's like.
I'd feel really bad if he's actually a burn victim.
No, he's
Okay.
just old.
Dude, yeah,
he's just an old man.
terrible.
That
Picture
doesn't
is
even. Yeah, dude, that's so. Because
crazy.
I've been wondering if that was him, but I'm like, he looks. He had
Yeah,
to
I
have
took it out of
edited it.
context.
I thought you
I
normally
normally
did it.
He looks kind of like, you know when like a dog has human eyes and
Yeah.
it's like, a little
Yeah,
upsetting,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
like kind of like he looks like he shouldn't look like that. I can't really.
No,
Dude,
I know what you
how
mean.
we literally had a whole concept for the episode. We were going to talk about this Kanye Milo breakup thing.
Oh
we're,
my God,
We're in
I
the
forgot
second
about
block, and we're already down to the last 8
Down to
minutes.
the last 8. Well, what do you want to say? We should do. What
We
is
might
there
have
say
to
about this
roll in
Kanye
another
shit? We can
block
run
real
one
quick.
back. I
We
might
can run
have
another
a slice
back.
of pizza in the break, but
Yeah,
we can.
I'll smoke 6 cigarettes.
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on it with
Did
the
we?
Kyrie. Well, not
Well,
that
not really.
specifically, but the
Yeah.
Kyrie thing and like some of the other things that have come up. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, if I could really just give anybody out there advice, it like, we've got one chance right now. I think we're all in it so deep together, like the stan culture and this like fanaticism that like there's clearly an agreement going on behind the background that nobody is self-aware enough, or they can't get out of their own way enough to be like, yeah, it's very lame to like listen to Ben Shapiro all day, and it's also very lame to listen to like bread tubers all day.
Or
And they should-
Chapo. No,
They talk about movies
I
now.
think- yeah,
Chapo talks about
all
movies.
right,
I'm
all right.
like,
I'm
listen.
still not going to
But no, you know what I'm saying? But like,
No, yeah.
it's with all this shit with like about not defending other people, man. Like, you got enough problems in this world, and I just don't understand like why you bring the burden on yourself to like
Yeah.
get yourself mixed up, to take time out of your day to
defend Matt Walsh.
anybody else's shit, to
Yeah.
defend Fuentes or anything like that. I'm not even telling you to fucking not listen to them. That's none of my fucking business. But like,
Yeah.
dude,
I think you're implying this though, but I would still defend a friend.
yeah, no. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just you, but you and your boys and like your family members. Like, that's it. And like, that's kind of how it should be. Like, getting back into the parasocial thing and stuff. But like, I just like, sometimes I see people like clearly being very angry online, and it's just
Defending
like
someone they don't know. Like,
defending somebody they
yeah.
don't know. And it's like, dude, are you that lucky that you don't have any of those fucking 3 a.m. thoughts where it's like, dude, I shit from college. Like, I'll
Yeah.
fucking like come out of the bed like fucking Dracula and be like, that was the most embarrassing
Yes,
thing in
yes,
the world.
yes,
And that's for
yes.
shit that I did to my fucking self.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you, I promise you out there, if you fucking
Do the
into this
finger.
shit,
Do
but
the
probably
finger.
probably not
Closer.
cold cuts
Closer.
listeners. honestly.
There we go.
Not cold cuts listeners, obviously, because
No,
they're
they're based.
they're based.
No, they're based. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, man? It's like you're gonna have that.
Yeah.
In like 10 years from now, or whenever it fucking happens, you're going to be like, oh my god,
Why did I do that?
I fucking
shit?
like
Yeah.
hung out with like a cool chick, and like everybody was smoking weed, and somebody made a comment about Ben Shapiro, and I fucking spazzed out and defended
got an erection.
Ben Shapiro
Yeah.
for 30 minutes. And even if it's online,
If it's Abby, that is okay. You will not regret defending Abby Shapiro. I guarantee you that. Dude, that's why, you know what? I get so angry. Do you guys know who Ayn Rand is?
yeah,
I get
No,
so
who's that?
pissed.
she
Who's that?
Atlas Shrugged,
Atlas
fucking,
Shrugged, but her-
what's the other one? The Fountainhead.
The Fountainhead.
That's the
yes.
only one I read. These books suck
Okay.
fucking ass.
They suck ass, but
Harris-
Okay.
These books fucking suck.
although, hey, thanks to Atlas
Like-
Shrugged,
God.
it did influence BioShock a lot, which is one of
That's
my favorite
true.
games. So I will say
Interesting.
that's
That's true.
My point being, though, is Ayn Rand's whole political ideology. Everyone in politics, right and left, seems to make fun of her, and they're always like, yo, Ayn Rand's a bitch, fuck Ayn Rand. And it's like, her whole political ideology is like, fuck you, I got mine. You know what I mean?
But she didn't.
Okay.
She literally died penniless in a fucking pauper's hospital.
That's what she wanted.
That's what she wanted.
No, no,
yeah, yeah.
but
Interesting.
my
And
whole
she
thing
just
is,
fuck. She's the pretty much. She did the fictionalized version of libertarianism. So she was like the first person to kind of not the first person to conceptualize, but all the libertarian guys love her from Atlas Shrugged, and it's just about being a dude who like it. No, she's the original Sigma
male.
Oh,
Sigma
yes.
male. That's what she tries to do. And I don't know if you've. It used to be like a meme, pre-meme days. This is even before my time. Who is John Galt?
Yes. Yeah.
Who
Yes.
is John
Yes.
Galt?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's like, dudes, every once in a while you'll be watching like a crypto bro or
And they'll
like
have
one of
that
these
shit.
libertarian assholes, and they'll be like promoting something and they're wearing like a fucking baseball cap. It's like, who is John
Dude,
Galt?
I'm embarrassed to admit at the airport after I had read Atlas Shrugged, there was I needed a charger, and there was literally a company called Who is John Galt? And I literally was like, me buy charger, me no reference, I will buy. But
got
dude,
your ass.
that whole ideology is, I think, exactly what you're saying, where it's like, you need to worry about you and your homies. Instead of like, I must protect Ben Shapiro's virginity, or I must watch Chapo Trap House. You know, you
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
totally-
yeah.
I know.
No, I get it, but it's just like, I don't know. I try not to get into the slippery slope thing and like just apply what I'm feeling at the moment to what I see going around me. But it's like, I try to learn and grow just like everybody else. And it's like, I just, until we can all agree that the base level is just, you should have a knee-jerk response to hate anybody in power or richer than you. Like, and I mean significantly richer. Like, don't be like fucking hating on your neighbor because he's got his fucking lifted truck paid off or whatever.
Bill, we need to come to Cold Cuts listeners. I need you to do this for us. Dox and kill Bill Gates. I want him
time.
ripped
Dox
limb
and kill.
from limb. Okay.
Listen,
He can't be that hard to dox. I mean,
No.
he must live in like the biggest house on the planet, right?
wait,
Dude,
wait.
I'm not even one of those food. I'm tipsing up. I'm saying the F word. I'm not one of those food fags. But there is something so funny about recently. He was like, there's nothing wrong with GMO foods. Every food I eat has a GMO and is genetically modified. And then there's a picture of him and he just looks like a disgusting potato
looks
slime man. And
terrible.
it's
It
like,
looks bad.
yeah, it's like, dude, you're not helping. It's like with the truck thing where it's like, I agree with the Twink's position, but you look like such an annoying bitch.
Yeah.
That I'm like,
Yeah.
buy a car as big as a house. I don't care
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Run people over, whatever.
Wow, this is like I just Googled Bill Gates and I'm like, I just found it just showed up under recommended for like Google search, and it's Bill Gates art. There are all
No.
these
He
makes
paintings
art?
that he
No.
did of Bill.
Oh,
Bill.
of
Oh,
him.
thank
It's
God.
like,
I
yeah.
thought that
Not
you were
his
gonna
own
some
art.
GW
it's-
shit where he's like, here's all the babies I killed in Iraq.
Dude, I love
Or
that
Iraq, sorry.
George
How would
Bush.
they make this?
George Bush and Adam Friedland both have that thing where it's like, I don't like the art, but it's just very quiche.
Okay,
or
I'll call
kitsch. It's very kitsch that
kitsch?
both of them
Kitsch,
are
yeah.
painting.
But
yeah.
there's a guy who started out on the Cumtown subreddit. I've sent you some of the stuff. I think you follow him now.
I remember you telling me
It's
this.
like CumWizard69
Yes.
420
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. But
Nice.
in the heyday of Cumtown, before the Reddit was shut down, like we had a strong community there. Just bros supporting bros.
Are you
hitting
admitting to
it.
being a Redditor?
I used to be on Reddit. I used to be on
Go
Reddit.
back upstairs.
Yeah,
Get out of my room.
Yeah, I guess I must have had a fever dream that AMA episode the other fucking
It was
day.
Harris's idea. It was Harris. It was Harris's idea.
Wait, speaking of memes, real quick, have you seen the picture of Donald Trump in Home Alone 2, where it's like a screenshot and he's guiding
Yes,
Kevin? and
Reddit
he's
is
just
down the
Reddit is
hall.
down the hall. And
Yes,
Yes,
I love that.
Oh,
I
dude,
love that picture.
speaking words, it's not good.
Yo.
One of our friends just sent us a Christmas card.
We're back. All right, dude.
We're
as
back.
soon as it hits 10 minutes in the top left, we have to wind it down, or we're going to forget.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's going to be
100%.
even less. I got a hard out here.
Also,
but-
I do have to say, I don't think we'll get to any today, but we are still answering. We have a lot of questions we have to get
We
through.
do, yeah. We actually have such a daunting backlog of questions at this point. It's like
Well, the next episode, we'll just literally
we'll dedicate.
do them. Yeah, but
That's a
cold-
good idea.
Oh,
yeah.
beetle dog cold cuts.
At least you guys get like questions. Kate and I had a podcast for a while that I called "Our Relationships,"
Uh-huh.
and if you can guess,
like
Oh,
retard.
God.
no,
Oh.
because the idea was we were going to be a relationship advice show, but while we
Oh.
developed a base, I would
Based?
we would just take questions from the r/relationships subreddit.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I would pick 3 and she would pick 3.
Man, you were a big redditor.
Yeah,
We could do something like that right now. Do you want me to pull up an "Am I the asshole?" and we
No,
can decide?
not
which
I
We
one
am
it
have to
is?
talk about. I feel like we have to. Are we not broaching the Milo thing? I feel like it's kind of funny.
We could fucking cares about
Well,
that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Dude, I
gotta
called it though. In the Vosh episode, I was literally like, odd. I think I said that. Watch, I'm probably making this up, and I was just thinking it. But Milo was the odd man out. It made no sense. It made
He made
zero
no fucking
sense.
Did
sense.
that he
you
was there.
even know that was him in the video?
No, dude. Go
I-
back to being gay. You look like shit as a
He looks
straight man.
terrible.
He
He
looks
looks
terrible.
terrible.
His suit doesn't fucking fit. He
No.
looks fucking weird. And even that fade he had, it's a supercuts fade.
Yeah,
That
like
dude,
ass.
his I was roasting him in the Discord. I was saying like, dude, his barber fucked his
shit up. And
like,
I-
he looks really bad.
Despite knowing that he was involved with this, like, but not really following it and seeing that video, and there's just this guy like, and I was like, is this a Sneeko guy I heard about? Like,
Dude,
I don't even know who the
oh.
fuck this is.
It took me until someone literally said Milo was in the campaign to go, that was
Milo?
Milo. I think
That's
we
crazy.
texted each other about it because I was
Yeah.
like, I did not notice at all. You're totally right, bro. Fuck that. Anyway, we are still doing the questions.
Yeah, dude,
We have this. If you are in the Patreon, there's a special place to put your Patreon questions. We'll answer those just in the Patreon.
Should we? I mean, we could answer some.
We could pull some up. We
Or,
could pull-
I mean,
'cause-
we could keep riffing.
or maybe people aren't listening. Like
well,
some
we
people,
could answer a question.
and they didn't hear their Patreon question answered, like the card
That's
thing.
true. Yeah.
No,
fake,
no, dude.
fake fans.
Anyway, dude,
Fake
beetledog
fans.
cold cuts at
Yeah.
gmail.com. We answer those questions only on the free episodes because I don't think we ever mentioned it. There were some people who were like, I'm scared to ask a question. What if they answer it on a Patreon episode? But yeah, we will only answer those on the YouTube.
On
I had to get that
yeah,
out there. My spiel.
that's right.
Please, Harris, don't let me run over you. What were you
no,
saying?
I was just gonna say I was gonna try to read one of these "Am I the asshole" things, but they are fucking
Fake.
essays. Like they
Yeah,
are
and they're
so
fake.
fucking long. Are
I
they
hate
fake?
when you can tell
What
Redditors
most
like
of them
make that
are
shit
so
up.
fake. It's like, and then our
Dude.
relationships ones, they go between being like fake or the classic that we would find on our episodes, because the format would be like I would pick 3 to choose from and then like read them blind to, or not. Kate would listen to them for the first time or vice versa or whatever. And the classic one is like my boyfriend, male, 37, and me, female, 24. Like he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
plays
yeah.
video games all day and then refuses to shower and tells me to suck his dick. Is this crazy? And it's like, Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, what?
Hold on, I'm
Dude.
grabbing a Bruce.
Oh yeah, right there, dude. That was I literally saw that the other day. There was like there's this big thing in a lot of like those trad fake Catholic right wing accounts where they're like, "Yo, you need to stop showering. Like the way to attract a mate is to build up your hormones." And I know where they got it from because it was really big. Because who's the vampire guy every chick thought was so hot? Edward Cullen.
Oh yeah,
Edward
Robert
Cullen?
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, he did this thing where he was like, "Yeah, I don't really shower. Neither does Matthew McConaughey." And it's like, women should like the way I smell, blah blah blah. And it's like,
What?
I feel like they took that to heart. And it's like, dude, you don't get it. You don't look like Robert Pattinson.
No,
Right.
He
yeah.
could literally
Right.
smell like dog feces, and women would blow him. You
And-
need to
Yeah.
shower.
And I
Yeah.
Please shower.
I would like to put an addendum that I think specifically like the time you're talking about, they were still showering. This was a talk against using like modern soaps and stuff which
Oh,
strip
with like
your oil.
chemicals. Is that
Yeah,
what
but
it
they
is?
were still showering,
Okay.
and it's still at least letting some water like run over their ass
but
crack or
but
whatever.
still,
But still,
but still, okay.
I
But
just
still.
feel kind of like if I don't shower, like, well, these days I don't do this so much, but there used to be a time where maybe I would skip a day showering or something like that. But like, I just start to feel like nasty.
Dude,
Like
I know
get
it's
the
bad
caked
when, like-
dirt on
Yeah,
me.
Yeah,
Like,
after
yeah.
2 or 3 days, it's like I could sit as straight as possible, and it's like I can smell my balls.
I knew you were going to say
Yeah.
that because this
It's
is
like-
like the classic Zach tweet. Like, my balls smell.
dude.
And
I'm
I'd be like,
not kidding,
Dude,
I'm not
be in the
kidding.
bathroom at work, and I'd be like, "Yeah, we all know your fucking balls smell, dog. How about you spend less time tweeting about it when you're shitting and shower before we all
No.
have to spend 12 days,
No.
12 hours tomorrow?" to-
No, never. Dude, there's
Never.
sometimes where I'm just like,
Oh, wait.
I don't have time. I have to do the pod. I gotta
Oh, please.
That's a very
draw.
busy man.
I'm extremely
He's
busy.
very
I woke
busy.
up
It's
at
just like
11
that- like,
p.m. today after
that is
telling
like,
Harris I'd wake up early.
I have to make time. The other thing is that I'll fucking break out if I don't shower for like a couple days.
That's why I grew the
get
beard.
fucking-
You can't
Yeah.
tell under this beard is just pure white dandruff
Dude, hey-
covering my
Yeah.
entire face. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're totally right. And like sometimes when I am like the peak male hygiene, I'm doing my like facial routine and all this shit, and I'm like, wow, my skin's just really great. It just me, I must be eating right or staying hydrated. And then I'll go through a period where I'm only showering like every 2 days because I'm not doing too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are all these zits coming
Yeah.
from?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just like oil and fucking, especially if you live in a city. Like if you live
Yes.
in LA, like you walk outside for 2 seconds and it's just smog.
Dude.
Like just like
Yeah.
Harris, you don't need to walk outside. Like we have single pane windows in this fucking place. And
oh my god.
dude, I know like my girlfriend and I trade off like chores and stuff, and there'll be times where I've been like a little bit, and I'm be like, she definitely didn't fucking, she didn't dust, and then I'll dust it, and then the next day, and we keep, Zach can attest, we keep our place clean. The next
Your
day I'll
place
go
is
in and be like,
gorgeous.
it doesn't look like anybody has touched this for a fucking month, dude. That's just the fucking grime in the air out here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
it's
that is-
nasty.
that's
Dude.
nasty.
Wait.
I don't know if you remember, but I don't know if you were as affected. I think they were close to me, but about a year and a half ago, there were those LA fires.
Yes.
Yeah, I
The
remember that.
soot buildup that would come in through the window every night. It was like you could smoke a pack of cigs and do less damage to your lungs than
Dude,
just
that is
walking
fucking
like
crazy,
in
Dur-
LA, dude.
not that a year and a half ago, one a little bit before that, before COVID, that we had some big fires, and I was in a run club at the time, and like we did a couple nights, and you know the fires are like close, relatively speaking, but not that close. We did a couple nights, man, where we would run, and I would come back, and it felt like those nights, like after a concert, where you smoked like fucking 2
Yes.
packs. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
wait, Harris, I wanted to ask you, did you see that Twitter thread the other day about showering?
No, I didn't.
Dude,
There was just the one
What
where they
is
were
it?
I
saying
had
it
to
was
text Zach about this
anti-autistic
one
or whatever.
too, because
Is it like ableist or something? Like
yes,
telling people to
wow,
shower?
wow, how cogent!
Yeah,
you
of
do you have a,
course, that's
do you have a
always it.
do you have a crystal ball like right out of frame?
Oh yeah, it's like,
So-
yeah. Actually, I have.
Oh, sick.
That's all I got.
But there was somebody who was like, yeah, like I don't get the showering every day. Sometimes, you know, it's like all I've been doing is emails and all this stuff. Yeah, it's kind of crazy being like ADD and neurodivergent. And all right, maybe that's just like a on its face, like a little twee or cute thing to say. But then, as you've mentioned, immediately in the replies, it goes
Of
back
course.
to like, even though my profile clearly suggests like, I make fucking $70,000 a year at an email job. It's pretty crazy to expect us to shower and do all these things. And I try not to comment or mix it up. That's my like the internet's for having fun. But sometimes sometimes when something relates like a little bit to you, and it's full disclosure, like the projecting comes out. It hits a little too close to home. So you're like, all right, like I got to talk about why I'm slightly different than these people I'm wanting to dunk on right now.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of felt. Like I was like my best friend Rachel from college. She's the girl version of me, which I actually works out a lot better than you'd expect. She makes way more money than me. It's like very cool. But her and I used to not shower at all in college, right?
Yeah.
And
were you guys roomies?
yeah, we were roomies for a long time.
Was there a heavy puss odor or
no?
Not
we
really?
both like really didn't smell. Like that was the good thing. And but like so I see this tweet and I'm like, yo, I get that sometimes. Like if I'm not like exercising every day or whatever, like sometimes I don't want to shower every day. But then you see these people, you just know, like these aren't real problems. It's
no,
these aren't real problems.
Dude,
And it's the point comes down to it's like it's not fair. I mean, I know this is just the internet and stuff, but it's not fair to go halfway with this fucking therapy stuff halftime. Like, let me learn all the language to defend my fucking stupid behavior, but not go the extra step. These people have only watched like fucking Sopranos, and they think it's old school.
Well, no Sopranos hate. No Sopranos.
No, I
hate
love Sopranos.
Okay, good.
But like, they think going to a therapist is like Shay's Lounge, and they're just writing down like, no. If you're going to a therapist, they're going to address your behavior, and like, I don't think your therapist would suggest if you're having a hard time with basic adult human functions. I don't think your therapist would be like, you should put this out on your public Twitter profile for people to bully you.
Yeah. I know. I just posted this fucking. I mean, it's always this. It's God. I should have just taken a sip in unison with you guys.
I know.
So cool. Drank at the same time. I just posted this fucking Nintendogs comic, like the depressing comic.
Yeah, that was good.
That one, dude.
That one
tugged. I didn't even play Nintendogs, and I was like almost in tears.
Tugged on the heartstrings.
Yeah,
thanks, bro.
Good.
That one also went like boo boo ridiculous.
What's the
mode
one that went
for some reason.
stupid?
Let him finish.
The fucking
Let him finish.
Megalodon.
We need AJ back more because he prevents me from talking over.
That's all right. The Megalodon one is the one that went like stupid. That's my highest
Filipino mode.
Damn, that's
that went fucking Filipino mode.
That one did like 312K or some ridiculous shit. Yeah, I which is like, it really is always those comics that I'm just like, this is the one.
Yeah.
Like
when you pass me in followers, I'm killing myself.
Bust my ass drawing these like highly detailed drawings, and then it's like this really simple comic that takes off. But
those are the ones though that's like I can feel like your touch, like I don't know. It really comes across. Not to fanboy out too much though, but like some of the ones that like, they're all obviously very much you, but some of them I'm like, oh, this is like the Harris Reserve series.
Yeah.
Like even the one like there's something about it like I can I mean, this is literally the first time me and you are actually
like seeing each other face to face.
Yeah.
You know what? Give our egos a little boost. How does it feel being a man who's watched Cold Cuts since inception and has been, following me and Harris? How does it feel to be? You're in the Cold Cuts.
You're in the stew.
I'm in the stew. Yeah,
baby.
yeah. No,
you're on the Zoom call.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Zach, it's weird because like I've done some content and stuff before, and Zach and I like talk a decent amount and shit, and like I DM Harris and shit sometimes, but I was like actually getting nervous last night, and I was just
why?
Like, yeah, and then I calmed myself down because I don't know, it was just kind of like one of the. Do you ever get like physical versus mental anxiety, where it's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like my brain was on repeat; it was like I was feeling the crunch in my chest. Yeah,
sure, yeah,
and then. I don't know how I misheard it or whatever, but like what I did to calm myself down, I was like, Oh, yeah, but this is a Patreon episode. There's only like a couple hundred people who are going to listen to this. And Zach and I talked right before came in, and he was like, "What are you talking about? This is a regular episode."
Dude, I swear to God, I told you that. I swear to God, I told you that, bro. But maybe I'm retarded. Dude, you weren't.
But I mean, it feels great. I'm going to say
also,
right off the bat, it's an honor to be your first black guest.
Were you going to drink another? Dude, I'm Italian, baby.
Your first black guest?
Oh. Are we good?
Oh, you're right.
Can you hear us?
I heard what?
It said my internet. It said we were unstable.
No, you're perfect.
I think he's on a delay.
No, I just saw him breathe.
Can you hear me now, though?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah, but watch. Can you hear us?
Oh, there's a delay on all
Yes.
this. Oh,
yeah, dude.
Okay, let me.
Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Let me leave.
Rejoin.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Very crisp. Did you want another?
No, I grabbed a watermelon. This is a freshie. Are we
Okay.
still on?
Yeah, we're still here. We're still talking to the Cold Cuts audience, bro.
Cold cuts?
Cold Cuts. Dude, this is what, if you buy into the Patreon, you become best friends with all
Exactly.
of us. That's just that's the law. It's
Exactly.
just how it is.
And
Okay.
it's for the low.
Sweet,
yeah,
more like
you subscribe to the
Moses.
Patreon. You ply Zach with gifts during a hypomania episode during quarantine, and then you take advantage of him at a very low point in his life to get him employment, and then by proxy a place to live. And now,
dude, I was working at Chipotle before
go.
AJ found me.
Let's go.
He got me an insane job. Then Daff and I broke up. We're still on friendly terms. I don't think I've talked about that on the non-Patreon episode, but she had to move for work, kind of.
Also, shout out Daff.
Daff's the man.
Shout out.
That sounds
Shout
right.
out Daff.
Daff's the woe man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm not yeah. Anyway, we're still homies. But I made it sound like it was mutual, but it was more her dumping me. I don't want to sound like the guy who gets dumped and it's like, it was a totally mutual decision.
No, the class.
An agreement.
The classic thing is after you break up, you're like, "Oh, dude, she's crazy. She was crazy." Like that's like the classic
she did
guy.
stink. She had a smell. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
kidding.
But,
this is a huge throwback. But now AJ, because we're talking face to face,
Yeah.
I have to issue an apology.
Popeyes?
I know.
Said only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You used the N word, but I'm just gonna say only
Okay.
black
I'm gonna tell
people.
you why.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Well, for you guys who are maybe new listeners, basically on a much earlier episode, I had this whole conspiracy theory that Popeyes.
It wasn't a conspiracy theory. It was your belief.
It was my belief.
Yeah, it was your belief.
That Popeyes seemed to only crop up in black neighborhoods, but I
think
believe
you used
that
the term ghetto.
I didn't. I never.
I don't
used the term
think.
ghetto.
I don't think. I don't know.
I never said that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I never said that.
Maybe you said urban.
It might have been urban.
Maybe.
It might have been urban.
Maybe.
No, I think he said black neighborhoods.
I'm pretty sure I said black neighborhoods, but my point being that it felt like there was something sinister behind it because it's like have you ever noticed also that Sprite only advertises to black people for some reason? Like they're always like
Yeah, the
Sprite is
LeBron
always,
commercials.
But it's like there's something sinister. It's like why are all of these like junk foods being put in these neighborhoods? That was my tinfoil hat theory.
I will jump off that a little bit. I am old enough to remember when they started placing Popeyes. Like we had heard about Popeyes, right? And like I remember when the first one came to my neighborhood. You're onto something about the neighborhoods. I don't think about the black thing because like I don't, not in my experience, but our relationship with Popeyes is related to the one you had. If you had a banger Popeyes, you loved Popeyes, and it's. I appreciate you bringing this up, but I don't even like Popeyes because every Popeyes I've been to is bullshit. I had one of those.
Popeyes.
I had one good chicken sandwich. And this was years.
I've never
this
had
year.
a
I had a
Popeyes,
chicken sandwich.
Bro.
All
I have never.
Bad.
Now, when
The
you
first
say
one was
bad,
bad.
are you talking about the quality? Because I will say this: every time I've gone to a Popeyes, and I'll be honest, Daphne's a Popeye freak, so we would have Popeyes.
I'm a Popeyes
one to
freak.
two
seriously.
times a month. It's delicious.
Zach tried turning me on to a fish sandwich.
Dude,
fucking
the
Popeyes.
Popeyes
I bet it's
flounder
good.
sandwich.
I bet it's good.
If both of you, and listen, if both of you came into the sandwich, I would still fucking eat it. It is so fucking good. It's limited though.
It's limited, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
well,
have you had? Dude, to finish my point, I've never had a bad Popeyes. The only bad experience I've had is kind of like when you go to McDonald's and the milkshake is out. Most Popeyes I go to, there is a lot of things that are out.
They're straight up out of
the
chicken.
only
sometimes.
thing I've had.
Sorry, guys.
Here's what I'll say. The reason I love Popeyes is, one, I was introduced to it fairly late in life. I lived near one like somewhat recently when I was in New York. There was one like around the corner from where I lived, and I was devouring it. Like I was eating Popeyes so.
What was the go-to?
Like,
What's the go-to?
well, here's the thing, and this is what I was going to say. What I really like about Popeyes is actually you go there, and compared to a lot of fast food restaurants, it's not very cheap. It's actually like kind of pricey to get like a full meal. But what they're always doing, they always are running one deal that's like a banger deal. Like they hit you with one thing where it's like 3-piece tenders and 2 sides, $5.99 or some shit like that, and you're like, oh, banger. Normally it's like $10 or something, but so I would rotate. I would just get whatever was the fucking like on sale. And my experience is that, dude, their sauce situation at Popeyes
goes retarded.
It's like ridiculous.
Didn't you just ask me about Cane's the other day?
Yeah, I've had it once.
Yeah, because that's what they say. It's tendies, which cold cuts audience don't hate me, but I'm not a big tendies guy. I'm not a big tendies.
Who doesn't like tendies?
Because I'm bone in, dog.
I'm
bone in, and it's like I don't know. I just like bone in. I don't like boneless bites unless they're so fucking cheap. Speaking of, like, this is how frugal. Like, I will abandon my principles. You go to Yard House or something like that, or like,
dude, those wings we had at Yard House when we watched Nick Mullen,
or like, me and my boy used to go to Dave and Buster's a lot because all apps would be off on Wednesday nights, and I'll abandon my principles for like boneless wings then or whatever.
Oh, I'll deep throat them. Yeah,
Cane's. That's people who told me to go to Cane's, and then I went and I was like, it was garbage, and they were like, but it's really about the sauce, and I was like, then what are we doing here? My problem with Popeyes, dude, is that we heard about the seasoning, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, I was a young boy, and I bite into a drumstick, and I'm like, this has no flavor. The batter had no flavor, and then I'm looking at the flesh of the chicken, and the flesh has all the seasoning on it, but also doesn't taste like anything. And that's kind of
what
you had proto-COVID. I have never had a
I'm talking about when the Popeyes came to my neighborhood for the first time.
They were probably still figuring it out.
They had to have been.
They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
They had already ironed shit out down in fucking
bone
Louisiana.
in, by the way, cold cuts viewers, if you want to, I think the best way to refer to trans chicks and cis chicks, it's bone in or boneless.
Or boneless.
I'm just throwing that in there. Oh, dude, you have to give it another try. You know what? I have a coupon from them. We have to get Popeyes maybe later tonight. Even
that'd be great.
I'm craving it. It's so good.
My other thing that I love about Popeyes.
Oh, there he is.
Is that, and I there's not enough restaurants that do this, specifically chicken places. I don't feel like there's enough places that do this, where it's like you have the option on every item on the menu comes in regular or spicy. Like you can get a spicy one or a regular one, and like that should be standard. That should be industry standard. But I love that about Popeyes. I always opt for spicy.
That's
that part fucking rules.
I gotta say, if we were doing like tally marks, we would have to do like a jumbo fucking tally mark for
right there.
That's a huge one.
This is kind of tangentially related.
Go ahead.
I believe that burgers, when you say burger, it should always mean cheeseburger, and that you should be forced to fucking order a burger without cheese.
But there's fucking weirdos out there. Well, you know what? I haven't met anyone that doesn't want a cheeseburger. It's usually like a baby retard.
Freaks!
Yeah. When I worked in a restaurant, it was only fucking parents who were like, it's a picky eater. Just get
are you lactose intolerant, Harris?
No, well, I've heard every human is a little bit lactose.
A little bit, but I thought Jews and blacks were the holding it down on the.
Dude, proof
Are
that
we like
Italians
extra lactose or no?
I thought
they
Jews
were
were
supposed to
lactose, but
be.
blacks are specifically extra lactose.
Dude, this is why what I said at the beginning of
really?
the episode is true, that Italian people are Jewish and black combined, because AJ saved my life. I literally, especially at work, we would have like milk shit, and I'd be like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm going to poop myself, and I'd go to destroy the bathroom, and AJ was like, dude, you can take lactate pills. I literally have some back there, and he like gave me like a big
dude. I keep them in both Zach and I rock the like front fit like cheap Amazon leather wallet.
Oh,
my grandma bought me that wallet.
What?
My grandmother bought me that.
I bought myself a few. But I keep in this like little like secret pouch that it has. I just keep 3 lactose pills in there. Like,
let's go.
One time I was busting one out, and people always look weird. They're like, does he have diabetes or something? Why is he taking this pill before
diarrhea?
Meal? But
not diabetes.
One time I busted out, and they were. That one got me a little late.
Oh, the diarrhea one. No, geez. I was like, I thought you were laughing so hard about what was about to come next. I was like, oh, dude, this is gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
That was pretty good. Fuck. But so one time I'm busting out one of these pills, and somebody's like, "Oh, welcome to your 30s. You probably used to keep condoms in there." I was like, "Yeah, you wish I was that cool." Also, I never
did that, dude. Even in high school, I was like, I must be the luckiest man in the world. Also, here's the thing. You know what? I probably am losing my mind. I've never had an STD test, and I slept with a lot of
I've had one.
Women.
Yeah. I had one,
Yeah.
And it was like I timed it out, and then like I had one, and then I have been monogamous for like almost 13 years now. So
yeah,
wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Can you get STDs from your parents?
Yeah. Yes. Specific like herpes can transfer.
Fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
Wait, like if you're born with it?
No. So
would I notice though?
If like technically when they're being born, like the herpes virus can transfer like from the lady to the baby. And also just in contact within families too. Like if your like parents have like cold sores or whatever, which is like Simplex C or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll probably also grab it. But I mean, there's other weird shit going on with cold sores and stuff too. But I don't know about the big one. Oh no, yeah. But like you can pass on HIV and stuff to babies. Well, we can't get into this because we literally have 6 minutes left, and
dude,
we are not finishing off on baby STDs.
Well, dude, my mother literally called me one time because I was like, I'm wondering if I should get. I forget how STDs came up, but everything was fine with me. But she went. She was like, STDs aren't that big of a deal, and I was like, I'm surprised I'm hearing that from you, Mom. And she was like, I have had herpes my whole life, and I was like, what? You what? You what? I'm fucking freaking out, but. I've never had any like.
No, I've never had any traditional ones. I'll tell you.
What?
Yeah.
You what? I'll tell you a good one though, or I think it's a good one. I think Harris might. Oh, he's going robot mode.
He's on a slight delay, but.
Well, I got one for you. So Luke, our friend,
yes.
Way back in the day, dude. Luke is before. Like this is when I first met him. He used to just hang out at my neighbor's place, like which is right next to my place. That's how I met him. And like we're over there one day, and like I brought a bong over, and we're smoking, and this neighbor used to just like rotate through fucking roommates. Like he was the main guy who held the lease, and he would just rotate through roommates. And they had this one guy, his name was David, and he was like, I always ostensibly thought he was gay or whatever. Because he would talk about having sex with
just Filipino.
No, I actually I think he was half Korean. If we're
I was close.
Yeah,
I was close.
But I had brought a bong over, and we're like ripping this bong, and he just like rips. He's like smells it from upstairs.
Very close.
He's like, oh my god, Harris, you were like 5 minutes behind, dog. But we're gonna finish up. We're ripping this bong, and he smells it from upstairs. He comes downstairs, and he's like, "Dude, I've just been having pretty stressful day. You mind if I hit that? So he fucking rips this bong. I go back to rip it, and he's like, dude, I got the clap. And I was like, what? From who? He was like, I don't know. It could have been anyone. And like literally, Luke and I just both got up and like went to the sink and started cleaning washing your mouth with hand soap. Dude,
yeah.
bro.
But boys,
right, I'm gonna reset this hand.
Well, yeah, have him reset and then
we'll come back. Yeah, this was very crisp. Cold cuts. If you don't like AJ, type the N-word.
Yeah, but you can only do it in like the classic Reddit style.
The chain.
So N-I, and then if it breaks, you have to restart over. I don't fucking make the rules here.
If you do like AJ, though, leave us a comment in the YouTube section that says "dox and kill Bill Gates."
Yeah, exactly.
Leave that as a comment.
Yeah.
Dude, didn't he go to Epstein's Island like 20 times? We can't get into it.
No, we can't get into it. Wait, I will say briefly because I almost brought it up when you talked about how bad he looks. I want to talk about how lame this motherfucker is, and I will make it in 1 minute. I fucking promise you. It came out that he had a fucking, after he divorced his wife, it came out that no, they haven't divorced. That's Bezos.
I thought they did, no?
No, they did. I think they did.
I think they did.
It came out that he had a college ex-girlfriend who, all women are beautiful. She's pretty mids. For one of the richest man in the world. And she just had a house in like North Carolina or some shit. And as part of the agreement with his wife, he would just go to North Carolina for like 2 weeks a year and like fucking like sailboat and ride ATVs and shit with like this dog of a fucking woman.
Oh, God.
This is who's collecting foreskins in Africa. Wake up, people!
Yeah,
wake up!
Wake up!
Wake up!
Right, where it's like, a poor man and he has like a not good-looking wife, a rich man and he has a kind of good-looking wife, a super rich man and he has the hottest wife, and then it's multi-billionaire and it's just like literally Lovecraftian.
Who makes that? I know we do have to get out of here, but
things,
dude, that fucking rich guy to poor guy paradigm memes. Who is creating this content?
Who is making those?
Because it's not
finance bros, dude. Finance fucking bros.
There was a guy on TikTok who would do these too. It's like really rich guy. Plumber comes over and he's like, "Hey, you clean my shit, you fucking dirty fucking plumber." Really rich guy. "Hey Jim, how's the kids?" Like all this, and it's like it just came out. This guy was a really rich guy, and he spends his all day making these
just trying to make rich people look good. Yeah,
of course.
Of course.
All right.
I'm not even hosting, but I'm sorry, guys.
Good, bro.
I got a hard out. Hey, I want to say
running.
thank you to the Cold Cuts guys. This is a free app, so I will tell you, join the fucking Patreon. It's worth it. These boys.
Look what could happen to you.
Dude, we're almost saying if once we hit 1K, I can literally live off my rent securely and not have to.
And I also want to clear one more thing up.
Please.
I did bring it up, but I don't want anybody to besmirch the Cold Cut boys. I hear a lot of this talk. It's like it's not just another two white boys. Yeah, it's literally not two white boys at all.
That's true. That's true.
He's a dirty wop.
Yeah.
And Harris is part of the chosen
Say
people.
the gay word.
Maybe not
chosen people.
Maybe not a son of Ham, but pretty close. Like in the same.
And now we're bringing you on again just because we do have a diversity. We have to like meet.
I'll gladly
Excellent.
do it. But
yes.
hey, I'll do one last shout out because I'm literally all fucking bots.
Yes.
C. Jack Burnsberg at Man About Town. And then I'm going to shout out Post America. Some of the wildest.
This is the hot bone-in woman you were telling me about.
I did not use any of that language.
You said she's hot and she's hung.
She is a trans woman on the computer, which is the best kind.
Call me, baby. Post America. I'm single. Give me a little DM. Send me a DM.
It's perfect. It's like if you want to fucking interact, she hasn't done a face reveal yet or whatever, but she does a lot of weird
send
shit.
me proof. So I need photos. Send us photos.
Post America, it's like
post breasts.
It's political adjacent. It's the only way. I can't like really consume fucking political content anymore. The shit she puts out, man, is like a fever dream. It literally feels like a fever dream. Shout out Post America.
Well, you've asked to have her on, right?
I've asked you guys multiple
Post
times.
Amer-
And Sir
Please
Reginald.
respond to our letters.
Buddy. Yes, he's great on Instagram.
Sir Reginald Peabody.
Come on.
I don't know
crazy.
these people. Sir Reginald Peabody, shout out to you, man. You're coming from a place of love. I'm often confused by your content, but I fucking love
that
you.
guy.
But check out Post America, guys. She's got a fucking Patreon. Hook her up.
Hell yeah.
I don't know her. I don't know why I'm shouting her out. She just rules. I love you guys. Thanks.
Based.
Coming on, brother.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, let me know.
Dude, that was fun.
All right.
I'll hit
Yeah,
you
of
up when I'm
course.
done with this meeting.
Yo, lock up on the way out.
Yeah, I got you. I'm all screwed up though, so I will talk to you after I get out of this.
100%.
Dude, so good to fucking talk to you, man. For real.
Dude, honestly, I don't.
This
Can
is
you
a meeting in the making.
Yeah,
Hell
that
yeah.
was great.
Oh, AJ, get back here.
What happened? Uh-oh.
As much as I want to
thank
steal
you,
it
man.
from you, his weed pen. He smokes weed.
That was fun. I can't, dude. I wish I
Based.
had a fucking neighbor that I could just be like, "Hey, come over." Come
I
on
know,
over,
yeah,
let's hang
dude.
out."
My diet today has just been one thing of tuna and ramen, and about 4 fucking White Claws, baby.
Let's go, baby. Get
Yeah.
that calorie. Get those macros in.
Dude, I gotta go back into depressed dieting. I may
Oh,
seem like
dude.
I'm okay right now, but I am literally holding it together with like Scotch tape.
Dude,
I am
cannot-
breaking apart at the seams.
But dude,
It's
I-
fucked up. You won't move out here and comfort me, but what can I say,
give
baby?
me some more money and I will go right out there head first.
Subscribe to the fucking
subscribe to the
Patreon. We need it.
Dude, this was a great episode.
This was great. By the way, I am going to make an Insta post tonight, so it's probably going to be gone. But if anyone is listening, well, I'm posting it tomorrow. It might still be available. We have one trading card pack left.
Oh,
Yeah, bighomo.bigcartel.com. And then that's not only the trading cards, that's my merch, but you also have a merch shop, and I know you just dropped a bunch of fucking cool fucking shirts.
I do. Yeah, I have a ton of shit. If you want to check out my stuff, it's beetlemoses.bigcartel.com. But it's also, if you follow me on Twitter, it's in my, or Instagram, it's in my bio. You can click it right there.
You know what?
Whole
Plug
collection of
yourself
gear.
on our podcast for 2 seconds. I thought I could handle the last 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm going to piss myself.
pee-pee
I'll be
time?
right back. It's
Let's
pee-pee
go.
time.
Oh, what I didn't get to actually tell AJ about, but I'll message it to him about the Popeyes thing. We kind of got like a little sidetracked there, but I had to redact my statement because I just went to a mall. I don't go to the mall very frequently, but there's a mall that's like north of me that's kind of like in this really uppity, like bougie area. And it's kind of like the fancy mall, and it's nice. And I went in there and we did some shopping with my girl, and then we went to the food court. And you know what was there? A Popeyes. And you know what was the only fucking place in that food court that had like a line around the entire court? It was the Popeyes. So take back what I said. They can be anywhere. They can pop up. They walk among us. Anyway, I don't know if we're writing out these last 2 minutes, but send us more emails. beetledogcoldcuts@gmail.com. Check out bighomo.bigcartel.com, beetlemoses.bigcartel.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already, and subscribe to the YouTube and subscribe to the Patreon. It's all there, baby.
Bro, guess who could smell their balls while they were peeing? This guy.
This guy. Oh my god, I was just thinking about like one of the funnier moments that like I know we didn't post a clip for that Vosh episode, but you know, it was a moment that like killed me is when we were talking about George Soros for some reason, and I was like, it's so annoying to try. I'm not going to defend this guy just because he's Jewish. Like, can you imagine having to defend somebody of your race? And I was basically like, who's like a despicable, terrible Italian? And I'm like thinking, and you were like, Wario.
It's true. He
It's
makes
true.
us look bad.
Dirty fat.
Nah, dude. To be honest, some of his games are better than Mario's. I'll
I
throw
love
it out there.
WarioWare. I love
Yeah.
WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii was my fucking.
I highly recommend, dude, if you have an emulator, to play the Wario World, which were like Mario ripoffs. You would get different hats he could put on. The best one was the dragon hat. It blew fire. It was. Oh, there was also a jet hat. This was like Wario World 1 or 2.
Okay.
They're really fucking good, bro. But we're down to a minute, boys. I'm tipsy, boys and girls, especially our favorite fan Olivia, who used to send us feet pics. We haven't gotten any feet pics. What's going on? No. Feet pics. But all of the people watching, me love.
Let's
I must
go.
say.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for watching. Is there anything else? I feel like we plugged everything, right?
We have plugged everything. Subscribe to the fucking Patreon. Patreon.com/coldcuts.
So much shit, dude. Look at.
We're close to hitting 1K, and it would be so fucking sick.
Look at all these stickers that are going out to you, fucking fucks.
We're about to end, but Gzan, Trash Bins, and then who was the third?
Rap Pew Pew.
Rap Pew Pew. Executive producers, you guys fucking rock.
Guys.
You guys
Absolute
are the fucking
G's.
homies, dude.
Homies.
Thank you.